people join, तो किसी ने join नहीं करा है.
Yeah. Okay, we are back again. I'll take just about 3 minutes to complete what I was telling you, how to, what can we do to support or manage our well-being, and then we'll request, I think till Mr. Govind joins us to take the question answer session. Meanwhile, you can put in your questions, write down your questions which can be seen by him. Okay? Okay, now staying at home is a very important thing that we all have to follow. Of course, those who are going for work have started going. It's a different situation, but we have to, most of us have to stay home. Now, staying at home means there is a different rhythm that we have to follow now. We are in a different rhythm of life. We have to accept it. Very important. You have to create situation at home for yourself. And I'm telling you, this is the time when you can utilize your inner resources. That's the best thing to do. There is a lot we can do provided we discover ourselves, give time to ourselves, reflect, find time and find what are my inner resources. Utilize those resources. Of course, you can always fall back upon the social media. You can read books, you can watch movies, you can exercise, you can find new relaxation techniques, you can find new knowledge on internet. Update yourself. And you know, our greatest leaders have actually written books while they were in jail, isolated, lonely. And that's what I think we should take those examples. Sorry. Very important is, this is the time when you can rest also, you know, rejuvenate yourself and avoid speculation. Avoid listening to fake news, rumors, because it disturbs your state of mind and your equilibrium and you are not able to take it. So only rely on good quality information so that it helps you to feel more in control of yourself. Follow the hygiene advice. And something very interesting that I read somewhere, or I think somebody told me, was that when you wash your hands, or 20 seconds don't pass by. So what you do is sing happy birthday twice and those 20 seconds will go and you'll be able to wash your hands in the right time. Okay? Then stay connected with your friends, with your family members, even if you're far away or in the same house. Give company to them, because giving company, supporting, helps to deal with stress much better. Manage stress when we talk to each other, share with each other. Don't keep things within yourself. Talk to people. Discuss what you feel like. Express yourself. Have a balanced diet. Very, very important, because that is going to boost your immunity. Do not sensationalize things in front of children, other people in the family. The content should be from trusted sources. Then mute your accounts which are giving you trouble, which are troubling for you, which are disturbing for you. Please don't take those messages. Talk to children. Very important. Involve yourself. Play with them. Explain facts to them. And do not create that fear. If we as adults are fearful of a situation, it is going to percolate down to the children also. So we have to have a very balanced, a very calm and a very understanding relationship with the children. Be truthful to them, and overexposure to coverage of news is bad. Don't take too much of it. Listen as much as required for your knowledge, and acknowledge the feelings of children. Remind each other that you are there and looking after the physical and mental health of each other. Avoid increase in your smoking, drinking habits. Reassure people they are not alone. Don't judge people. Avoid jumping to conclusions about who is responsible for the spread of virus. Don't talk about these things. Find a balance. If the news coverage is disturbing, just switch it off. Just keep yourself informed and educated. That's what is important. And you have to really do all this to be able to handle the stress that is coming because of this. You'll be fine. Be positive. Being positive will help you to have better immunity against it. Now we are ready for the question answer session. I'm waiting for Mr. Govind to join us.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine. How are you?
And ma'am, very informative session, I must say, ma'am.
Thank
I
you.
really cleared a lot of doubts for all of us.
Thank you so much. I hope I've been able to do that.
Ma'am, a lot of questions have come in for you.
Okay.
So should I start with them?
Yes, please do. I'll try and see whatever I can tell you.
Okay, ma'am. So one of the basic questions which has been asked is by Ms. Indu Prasad, one of the proper ones. She's saying, how
Yeah.
can we help a person who's suffering from depression but is not ready to accept it?
Yeah, that's something very, very difficult. You know, people who are going through a certain mental illness, for them, acceptance is very difficult. So I think a lot of talking is required, a lot of support is required. And by making that person, making that person participate in whatever events are happening, whether in the friends circle or in the family, and making that person talk, come out with whatever is in the mind, that is very important. And gradually, I think examples of other people could be given, that going to a professional does not mean a stigma. That's what, when I said that awareness is very important, once we create that awareness, the stigma will go, then people are willing to go. But yes, it is a very difficult task to take anybody with a mental disturbance to go to, willing to make that person willing to go to a doctor.
Make them
That's a very
accept that
difficult
they
task.
are suffering from depression. It's very hard, yes.
Yeah, it is hard. But then I think the best way is to make them participate in whatever activities is possible, so that, the thoughts which are coming, the depressing thoughts which are coming again and again, that person doesn't have time to even think of those things. We can only try. But gradually, it takes a lot of time. Believe me, it's not a matter of 1 or 2 days. It takes months. It could take even longer to make the person accept reality and then go to the doctor.
All right. So you must be committed to that person to make him come out.
Very committed, very committed. Requires a lot of patience on the part of the caregiver and the person who is really, concerned about that person's health. Yeah, lot
All
of
right, ma'am.
patience.
Okay, ma'am. The second question that was asked
And
by
I,
Miss.
sorry, I
Yes,
think
please.
going to a counselor who maybe a friend or somebody through somebody you can find, that person is a counselor, but go as if that you are meeting a friend. Maybe that could be a starting point also.
That's actually very helpful, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's very helpful. Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. I'm saying that
Welcome.
the other question is by Miss Kajal Chand. She's saying that will developing a new hobby reduce chances of depression or anxiety or not?
Definitely. Definitely. Developing a hobby is very important. And I think, each one of us has got some talent. I believe in. And that's what I said. We have to tap our inner resources. We have to tap what is it that I like doing. Tap ourselves, Reflection में ये समझ में आती है ये बात कि मुझे क्या अच्छा लगता है, और जो अच्छा लगता है उनको वो चीज लाकर दीजिए, और be instrumental in making that person participate in that activity, and gradually that can become a strength, you see, and the person will be able to gradually, as I said, these are long processes. They don't happen, in a few days. It's not like a physical illness कि हमने 20 दिन रेस्ट कर लिया या एक हफ्ता रेस्ट कर लिया और हम ठीक हो गए, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Mental illness, it's really a long process. Yeah, but that's
Yes.
a very good idea. Yeah.
Getting a hobby is a good idea to overcome any
Definitely.
depression. And
Definitely. See, listening to music, playing music, reading books, or maybe, playing with children, go to a park, these kind of things where whatever is the interest of the person is, anything that's excellent. Hobbies को cultivate करना और develop करना और उसको maintain करना, that can be the best thing for anybody. I think it's really a way of managing ourselves well.
And if I may add to that, ma'am, other thing is you mentioned volunteering. Ki we should go volunteer. I think that when
Yeah.
you are in a depression or you're upset, if you go help someone, you do
No.
feel good.
Yeah, that's when I talked about the self-help groups.
Yes, yes.
That's what it means. That when we are suffering from a certain thing, I need to meet people also. I mean, it's nice to meet somebody else also going through a similar situation, so that you can share with each other, and you are in a position to identify with that person and identify your own problems also, and that may help, to overcome those the situation. Yeah.
The other question is, ma'am, that do introverts have less of a chance of depression than extroverts?
No, that's not true. Introverts, in fact, are people who are socially less active, maybe, and extroverts are those who talk a lot, who can actually express themselves a lot. But introverts have more chances of keeping things to themselves because they are
Okay.
not speakers, you see, whereas the extroverts have more chances of expressing themselves. So it's the other way around, I think. But
Oh,
again, as I
okay.
said, yeah, but again, as I say, it's impossible to generalize in psychology. We cannot say anything general. It has to be person to person because each person is different, circumstances are different, realities are different, and therefore we cannot compare two people and say any generalized statement. Not possible at all.
Okay. So, matlab, if someone talking or someone feels that it is all about the facts, the childhood he's had and everything,
Yeah,
that
there are
is
so
his.
many things. Present circumstances क्या हुए, पिछले कुछ सालों में क्या relationships थे, किसके साथ क्या हुआ, what experiences that person has had, whether it's work, family, home, whatever, all those things have a bearing upon the present situation, in the present mental state that that person is in.
Okay, ma'am. Next question is, what role does
Yeah.
social media play in relation to mental health nowadays?
Well, the social media, I don't think is playing any role at all, except a negative role. Because social media में क्या हो रहा है आजकल? सिर्फ सेंसेशनलाइज किया जाता है, हर बात को स्कैंडल बना दो, इतनी सी बात होती है उसको बढ़ा चढ़ाकर इतना बड़ा बना दो, and they are again and again repeating the same thing over and over again. What is happening? It is hammering on our minds. Doesn't it happen? It's hammering,
Yes.
and we are internalizing what they are saying. We are not thinking ourselves. We are only listening to social media. अपना दिमाग हम नहीं चला रहे हैं. So we are not listening, we are not thinking. Let us think on our own. Social media is only playing on our minds, and when it plays, it's successful because it plays on our mind the way they want it, you see. So we have to actually think for ourselves and see whether this news should be taken in by me or not. Just shut it out, because that's not the truth. And social media will never give you what is happening, the depth of it. Nobody knows. किसी के अंदर की कहानी जाननी बहुत मुश्किल होती है. ये तो ऊपर की स्टोरीज होती हैं जो कोई भी बोल देता है, एंड किसी का कुछ व्यू आ गया, किसी का कुछ व्यू आ गया, एंड वी मेक really make fun of the whole thing.
That's true. That's completely true. I agree with that. Ma'am, one other question is, how can we work towards reducing stress at home? Because everybody is stuck in COVID-19 are at home. They are no longer venturing out. Their routines have been broken. Now people
Right.
are now, since they are at home, how do they work towards reducing stress or making a positive atmosphere at home?
See, one is that we have to accept. First step is to accept reality. जब हम
Yes.
accept नहीं करेंगे तो बहुत मुश्किल बात है. उसको accept करो, and we have to see that people in the family, they get some work which is divided between the family, so that one person is not stressed with too much of physical work also, and everybody gets a chance to kind of contribute and gets a chance to have one's own space also, whether it's the woman or the man or the children. Everybody must get their own space to be able to do what they want to do. And that can happen only if we follow a disciplined or a structured way of passing our day. That's what I said, that, it's a different rhythm altogether, because we were never living like this. Today, we are living at home. We are overworked because of the help not coming. We are overworked because working from home bhi chal raha hai with some people. That is also happening. So altogether, put together, there is a lot of stress, and the fear, anxiety to hai hi hai of the COVID-19. So what is important is to accept the reality and to say कि आएगा चला जाएगा. That time, अच्छे time भी आते हैं, बुरे time भी आते हैं, चला जाएगा. But there has to be distribution of work, sharing of work, so that each one gets to do something, make the day a little more structured. ये नहीं कि कोई 10 बजे उठ रहा है, कोई 12 बजे उठ रहा है और फिर that increases the work. तो थोड़ा structured अगर day बन जाता है and you get time for yourself, I think that will look after the general health.
Yes, so it is like going to sleep on a particular time, getting up on a particular time,
Yeah,
maybe
that's very
incorporating some
important.
exercise.
Yes. And then if there are children in the house, maybe spend some time with children, that play time unke saath kar lo. This is the best time to actually bond with the children and give them something more than what a school would be giving. That's the best time to do it. Even among ourselves, I think we can really increase our knowledge of certain things by reading. Like I said, going to the internet and educating ourselves upon things which we never had time to do earlier. This is the best time to do it.
Actually, in regard to that, ma'am, what happens is that people don't know the difference between a counselor, a psychologist, and a psychiatrist. Those are three different things, and people just don't know how to. They can end up going to anyone, So, what would you tell is the major difference between all?
Okay, right. Now, a psychiatrist is a person who is a medical doctor, and he's done his MBBS and he has specialized in psychiatry as an MD in his MD. So this person, this medical practitioner is licensed to give medication, because there are certain mental illnesses which require medication. Because again, there is one point which probably I didn't mention, that there are certain illnesses which are due to imbalance in the neurotransmitters in our brain. That's a biological factor which is responsible. Yeah. In the brain, we have neurotransmitters. And when there is an imbalance in the neurotransmitters, there is a change in our behavior. Excessive sadness, excessive happiness, etc. Those things can happen. So medication is given and these things are manageable. They are manageable now. Okay. So a psychiatrist can do that. On the other hand, a psychologist is a person who would give some kind of therapy, would have some training in therapy, for example, maybe cognitive therapy, maybe family therapy, maybe marital specialization in marital relationships, whatever. So there are different kinds of training. Today, there are lots of different, lists that one can give of the training. So psychologist is a person, there's clinical psychology, who actually has got some training dealing with more severe mental patients. People who are suffering from severe mental disorders. So that is a psychologist. And the counselor is a person who actually is a friend, in other words, who is not eligible to prescribe medicines, but is able to talk, share, understand, and maybe help you to take certain decisions and choices about yourself. He will not take decisions for you, but he will make you go around and make your own choices. That's the difference.
That's the major three differences. All right, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, if someone has to reach out to a psychologist, supposing someone's who's listening to the session, they want to find someone. How does one find one? Like, what would you suggest? Like, there are national, there are here and there are options, but people don't know who to go to, and they have to go to someone who will help them.
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you, in our country as yet, the availability of so many, facilities are not there. But we have psychiatrists in almost every hospital. We have psychiatrists. They are, whether it's the private hospitals or the government hospitals, there is a psychiatric ward also in the hospitals. One can go there. There has been a helpline, which I wonder if that is available or not, but there is one number 104 which I got from somewhere. It's a helpline for mental health. I don't know if it works or not. Then there are other organizations like the Sanjeevani, Sanjeevani Society for Mental Health. This is under the Defense Colony flyover or in the Kutub institutional area. If you like, I can give you their number. But it's available on the Google. You can Sanjeevani. That's one of the oldest organizations which has been providing free counseling for any kind of problems. So that's a very good place to go to. Then there is other place, Manas Foundation, Shanti Home, Mental Health Foundation. These are some of the names which one can go through. But if you're going through Google, I think you will be able to get a few of them. At least you will get. But there are good psychiatrists, privately practicing also and in hospitals also. So they can help you around. But कई hospitals के साथ counseling भी है. For example, Vimans is one hospital where they have a psychiatric ward and they have a psychologist or a counselor also. So to follow up those cases, because once medication is given, it doesn't, it doesn't end there. It has to be followed up by a psychologist or a counselor. So it's a long-term treatment procedure also. It's not a short-term one. Yeah.
Ma'am, the final question, I think, which I think a lot of people want to hear the answer to, and if they might maybe, they're listening to the lesson, they want to talk to someone about it, they can't. So one of the basic things that in India, it's talking about mental health is still a taboo, not just India, but it's more than that. It's saying that, you'll get over it. Oh, there is struggle in life.
Yeah,
oh, you have to do it. It is something we have to do. So number one is, ma'am, how do you talk to people and convince them that mental illnesses do exist? Again, how do we get people, to come on board and, actually seek help for it? Because so many times the children are not in households where the parents are like, oh, you're just being weak. And, imagine a child who's already going through so much anxiety, depression, then being told by his parents he's weak, or by his friends, you'll get over it, or having no one to talk to. How does that person, talk about it, or, just how do we get people to talk about mental health? You have talked about it, saying we need to educate ourselves, we need to go ahead, but then people are just like, oh, it's just a weakness, you're weak. Other people do it, why can't you? So, what would you say about that?
As I said, everybody is different, and it's very easy to say, why others can do it, why can't you do it? But you have to put yourself in the other person's shoes and see what the other person is going through. I think the most important virtue here is required is patience. One has to be patient, and one has to be sensitive to be able to empathize with that person, not sympathize, to empathize, to put yourself in that person's position and see what that person must be going through, to understand the conflict that exists in that person's mind. And I think it doesn't take just one sitting for the other person to come out with it. Regular sittings are required. Regularly, even as a friend, if you know that the person is going through some kind of an upheaval or a conflict, then you have to sit with that person, find time. Time की ही तो कमी है आज. किसी के पास टाइम नहीं किसी के लिए. आज अगर टाइम है तो हम मिल नहीं सकते हैं. That's the tragedy. But time is something very important. And when a person is going through conflict, I think listening skills, patience, talking to the person, time with that person, these are qualities which are required to help. And this is where I think we all can play a positive role and make the person understand that you are not alone in having those conflicts. I also have my problems, and you must understand. I may express or I may not, but there are problems which I'm going through. So you are not the only one. I know so and so. That person is also going through a problem. These kind of, I think discussions can help the person. And it's not easy. It's not an easy task. But yes, we definitely have to try. We have to be strong to be able to help them. And as I said, patience, time, listening skills, something that we have to develop. Right? Any more questions, or you're going to...
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, no, in conclusion to that, what I can gather from the entire scenario is that we need, if there is someone we feel that needs the help, we need to give him unrequited love, and that love has to continue for years to, just take 1 year minimum, say that you have to be that for that person. It's your brother, sister, son, daughter, mother, father who are going through this.
Yes.
We have to tell them, listen, I love you no matter how you are. I'm going to be there.
I mean, बस खाली कहने से नहीं होता, बहुत हमारे actions में भी होना चाहिए ना कहीं ना कहीं.
Exactly. To follow it up with action.
Saying I love you is not enough.
And I think now
our actions must prove it. Yeah.
So we should take out time to check up on them maybe 5 minutes in a day, or someone who we love, and just saying, you want to talk about something, make them something by actions, and post that we can always just go like, ki, it's just not just that. It's just not. Now we have time, like you said, the time की कमी है. अब COVID-19 में सबके पास time है. We can do that for each other right now. So we can use this time wisely.
एटलीस्ट फैमिली में तो बॉन्डिंग हो सकती है, फ्रेंड्स के साथ आप फोन पे कर सकते हो. एटलीस्ट दैट बॉन्डिंग कैन वी मस्ट ट्राई टू डू दैट, एंड रिमेंबर पीपल whom you love. Right.
Yes, and if you're someone suffering, then you can always, like ma'am has said, there are great centers, Sanjeevani, and all of these centers around the Delhi, that if you feel like you're suffering from, right, and you even feel any of these symptoms that ma'am has said, please reach out to them. You're not suffering alone, like you're saying.
There
you all
is
have
no
been
harm
there.
reaching
We
out
all
to
have come.
professionals. There is no harm at all. We must drop those. We must shed those walls, which are, we are barriers that we have created for ourselves. We have to drop those barriers, and we have to tell ourselves there is nothing wrong in going to. If we can go to a doctor for a simple temperature, why can't we go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist or a counselor for that matter for help? It's perfectly fine. We have to shed those stigmas that are there. Yeah.
Okay. So it's just about accepting it. Ma'am, there's Advocate Hilal, Advocate Kajal Chand, Advocate Usha Vij, Advocate Asa Chapra ma'am, and Chinjar. They all have said, great session, ma'am. Thank you so much for this. I think this will help a lot of people now, ma'am. They will go and deal with it. Thank you, ma'am, for your time and just for your expertise, just sharing it with us, ma'am.
I know it's a. Thank you so much. I have had the pleasure of talking to you all people. I know it's a very difficult task. It's not easy, but yes, we all have to try, and we have to help ourselves, okay, and others. Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your time. Thank you.